I'm dreaming of a white. Jesus. Okay, yeah, that's not quite the song.
Oh no! It's great to be at your boyfriend's piano recital. My love for you is so strong that you think I'm not here to have sex with you, but have sex with you. My passive aggression inspires me. So I walk down the door and you say you have a boyfriend, and I smile and I cry and I cry and I smile and I'm like, that's fine. But I love the thought of having. Okay, no, I'm just.
Another episode of Shreddy Bois.
And if for those who don't know, that was my stupid impression of Hobo Johnson. That guy is fucking cringe. More like Simp Johnson.
Simp Johnson.
Simp Johnson.
That
Maybe
is-
you might have to cut that part out. I don't know.
I don't know. You didn't say any of the words that you can't say on YouTube.
Well,
Right.
of course, but it sounds creepy.
It definitely is creepy.
Yeah. Anyways, what's up, guys? How was your New Year?
Yeah, as this drops, as we are recording it currently right now. it
Yeah,
is
as
January
this
11th.
drops, like I was dropped on my head as a baby.
Dude, I was dropped so many times. But
I was shocked.
let me finish this thought. January 11th is today, the day that we are recording it. So
Today.
yeah, by the time this drops, it's going to be the end of the month. So it's going to be weird that we're talking about the new year because it's already been a month into the new year. But yeah,
So
I mean, we're going to do it anyway.
yeah, we're gonna do it
Screw you
anyway.
guys.
Screw you guys. We're time lords.
We're time lords.
But no,
and
to
you
get
can
this
kiss
whole
our
started
time
out.
asses.
No, hold on, Mike. We have to start this right. We gotta start this shit fucking right.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm going a
This is
little
recording. We're good.
off the rails here. But everyone, it's a new fucking year. Now, could you give me a motherfucking yeah!
You can put it on the board. Yes. I know.
Yeah.
You're doing a different thing.
That's not loud enough.
I'm definitely gonna have to do some audio magic on that.
Yeah, maybe I should have warned you guys to if you guys are wearing headphones, I am not sorry.
Yeah, New Year.
I broke your earlobes, and I am not sorry.
I don't know what the game plan is for this episode, Brian, but I thought maybe we can talk a little bit about what were your favorite albums of the New Year, New Me. But we had an entire year of music.
I still feel the same, but anyways.
We're still all dead inside.
Yes. If you saw that riff challenge, yeah, we're pretty dead. And, as I said, Merry Crisis and a dreadful New Year.
Dark. It's so dark all the time.
But anyways, I'll probably. How about this? I do 5 and you do 5 albums. If you have 5.
Can. Holy shit. Okay.
He's not a true fan, guys. You see that? He can't do 5.
Here. What I am going to do.
He doesn't like music. And I'm joking.
Stop doing that. I'm going to bring up I use YouTube Music. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to smack you across from the table. All right, go ahead. You go first.
We're off to a strong start here. All right. So obviously I made an Instagram post on this. My number 1 was obviously the Grove Sundial by Warforged. Shout out to Warforged.
Woo!
Make sure you guys are checking out the Grovecast. They're currently on, probably by now they might be finished with all the songs, but but
You think
still.
so?
Well, they were. So
I think
as
they were
we're
five, weren't they?
as we were
talking.
recording this video, they were on like episode 7 or
Holy crap!
8 because they just talked about The Place That Breaks Your Bones, which is my favorite song off the album, and
Okay.
next one's gonna be
pretty
Painted
metal.
Hard, but. Yeah, so the next episode, they're gonna be finished with that, by the time we upload this. But anyways, that's one.
Okay.
What about you, Mike?
No specific order, or we're not doing worst to best, or just our favorites.
I wouldn't say worst to best. They're all
Okay,
really damn good.
because I can't. All right, the first one that comes to mind is one. So, I'm a huge Allegiant fan. I have been for forever.
Damn, son.
Yeah. God damn it. But yeah, that album dropped, and I was so freaking. I killed it.
What do you mean?
I listened to it so many times. I'm like, I killed it for me. I can't listen to it now. I gotta relax. Kind of like when the latest Inferi album came out. I'm like, I've listened to this album over like 30 times. I have to relax.
I've listened to it like over 100 times.
Well, that's what I'm
still enjoy it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm just trying. I'm like, all right. There are a couple bands that I just won't listen to anymore, like Lamb of God, because I did that with the previous albums, and now I'm like, I'm over it. You know, I don't want that to happen to my favorite bands. So that's why I don't do that with Black Dahlia Murder. I don't do that, you know. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I gotta relax.
I feel attacked, everyone.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying I don't want them to die in my heart. So
he does not have a pure heart.
God damn it! All right, Damnum by
Damnum,
or
Damn Son
by Legion. That's my first pick.
All right, second one is probably this is one you're familiar with. Nether Heaven by Revocation.
Okay, that's one of mine too.
That album does not hold back. It is
doesn't.
fucking amazing. It is a fucking powerhouse of an album.
That one is interesting because I listened to a podcast with Dave Davidson talking about it, and he said like he wanted a good mix of like that old school feel, but with still good normal production. So like the methods that he recorded that album were a little different than he would normally do it, but I think he hit it on right just so well where it sounds old school, but it's still very modern, you know. So
that album for me personally reminds me of like their like Existence is Futile album era mixed with Empire of the Obscene. Okay. Both of those are like the first two albums. That's like the vibe that I got from this album. They both just don't hold back.
It's very
the
hard.
Solos are fucking amazing. Obviously, I mean Dave can fucking shred.
Dude, and I saw him when he came through. He's incredible.
You are lucky because I was supposed to go to that show and I could not make it. But you are lucky that you got to witness that.
The whole time I was trying to get his attention. Like I was right on the right side of the Reggie stage, right on the bar.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, I love you. hey, look
notice
at me.
Senpai.
Look at me.
Notice me.
He didn't look at me. Yeah. And he was just phenomenal. All right, so that's your number 2.
Yep, that's my number 2.
Right,
What's your number 2?
Go to the old. You see, because I think we're gonna have some overlap. This is the issues that we're gonna face because
probably not. I mean,
you didn't think of because Damnum was on your list.
Yeah, Damnum was on my list, but there's other ones that may not be on yours.
Fair enough. Okay, so first one was a Legion. Second. This is a very unorthodox one for me. I've kind of gotten in this phase where I'm listening to a lot of music that isn't necessarily traditional metal, you know? Like I'm trying to spice it up for myself, you know, find different influences. And one that I have found very later in my life is a band known as Buried Alive. Are you familiar with them?
I might have heard that one song.
Yeah. Okay.
But go for it.
So he's a very famous Instagram, YouTube guitar player, and it's just him and his wife, and he writes his music, and it's just insane, just riff porn, basically. Combined with just like a lot of, you know, he does like a lot of lo-fi stuff, you know, like it's very like if techno met, you know, like metal. And he's
like Polyphia?
I'm getting there because that was going to be my number 3.
Stop.
But it's phenomenal. You know, his latest album I believe is called Own Your Own Light. Let me make sure just to make sure. Oh,
copyright.
Jesus. I don't want that. Yeah, but it's really good. You should check it out. Buried Alive's latest album.
I'll check it out when I have the chance. And if I'm disappointed, then I'll be disappointed in you.
No!
All right. Now for my number 3. And I know this one may not be on your radar. This would be Fallujah's Empyrean.
It definitely isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a huge fan of Fallujah since like 2014 when my buddy Alejandro Rocha from Carry On Throne, shout out to Carry On Throne, He introduced me to them. It was their the Harvest Wombs album.
Okay.
It was Cerebral Hybridization. That song kind of like... See, the thing about Fallujah's music, it's just not listening to the music. It's the experience when you listen to it from beginning to end. It's like you're soaring through space and time.
Okay,
You know,
I get that.
and the albums are very atmospheric. And I will say, when Ultraviolet came out, I wasn't too fond of it because it wasn't like that same feel as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then I grew to appreciate it a lot more as like time went on. And I'm like, okay, this album's really good. And I, still like remained hyped for whatever was next, but that was like 2019, and then last year they gave us Empyrean, and holy shit, was I mind blown. I grew emotional.
Yeah.
Like I was like emotionally invested into like the album until, especially when their last song comes on, Artifacts. That song just, oh my god.
Okay.
I remember when I first heard it, I was like, I cried at the end.
Maybe
just because of how beautiful it was. The shreds were amazing. Scott Carstairs is fucking amazing. I actually got to talk to him back at Reggie's of last year. It was like June 3rd. Him and I had a conversation. He called me his fellow Kiesel shredder, and you guys know how much I fangirled over that. I was just like,
I bet.
Yeah, really cool guy. I didn't think I was gonna have a short convo with him, but I was like, holy shit, and I just bought a bunch of merch from them as well.
Very cool. Maybe I have to give him another chance. I definitely said no to Fallujah very early in my youth. So
I hate you. I'm joking.
I just remember it was like very, like, it was farther than gent. It was like atmospheric is how I would describe it. And I did not like that as an adolescent, but maybe now as an adult I would appreciate that.
Hater.
I'm meeting you halfway, goddammit.
Can you meet me halfway? Okay. No.
All right.
Your
Number 3, again, a very unorthodox choice. And you know what? This might not even be metal, really. It's what you said earlier. Polyphia's new album. I already don't remember the name of it.
So you were a fond enjoyer of elevator music, I see.
Yes, sexy elevator music. It is. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna get this video hit with a copyright claim.
The album is called "Remember That You Will Die," and maybe I'll put a picture there. I'm not gonna play the music, but there's the picture.
I never thought that was the name of their album.
Remember That You Will Die, and it is an incredible, again, just the same thing. It's just incredible guitar with like lo-fi beats. They have a lot of guests
with them thumb slapping.
They got the fuckface from Deftones vocals.
Fuckface?
I don't know his name. I'm not a big fan of Deftones. They got the vocalist.
Clearly, you called them fuckface.
The fuckface of Deftones.
They got, but who
but
else
it actually sounds good. They got a lot of like rappers and stuff on there, and then of course the goddamn king. Steve Vai.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
Steve Vai is on the last
king,
track.
God himself.
He is he is God himself, and it is incredible. The album from start to finish is interesting. They have like a fucking pop song. They have like one that's specifically like, like acoustic guitars. They have one, again, they've got like songs that would be like rap songs. Right. And then they have one that's just like a jazz fusion, just.
So one thing that always intrigued me about Polyphia, and I mean, or other bands, is the thumb slapping technique. Yeah. It amazes me like how like well they do it. Like I want to learn how to do that.
Like when you get like an Animals as leaders.
Vulvodynia does that, and they're a slam tech death band.
Yeah. No, it's incredibly impressive, and I'm here for it, baby. Like, give it to me. If every one of their albums, yeah, give it to me, baby. Okay.
Back on topic.
If Polyphia's albums continue to sound like this again and again and again, I'm here for it. Just give it to me. So that is my number 3.
All right, so my number 4. And it was Damnum, but you know what? I'm gonna go with I would say I am pulling up my list. Now I have to do the list.
That's okay.
Anyways,
right.
It would be Labyrinth of Hungry Ghosts by Archaic, the band Archaic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have seen them with Legion.
Yes, I did.
I never heard of these guys up until they were, it was announced that they were going on tour, and I thought I was gonna go to this show as well. I wasn't able to make it, but I was like, all right, I want to get into the other bands. And when I listened to Archaic's recent album, Labyrinth of Hungry Ghosts, I was just like, holy shit, these guys are fucking tight. My favorite song from that album is To Summon a Moria or Ad Moria. Mm-hmm. It's just basically, all them sweet tech death riffs. I mean, you guys are gonna know this. I am a tech death enthusiast. I love, all that, Olympic, tech death. I just can never get enough of it. I'm not like Mike, who gets tired of them eventually. No, I can listen to it from beginning to end thousands of times, and I'll never get tired of it. Even when I'm revisiting it, I'm still as hyped as I was the first time, because I have a pure heart.
You're besmirching my name, you fool.
Exactly. It's a new year, and I'm gonna be even a lot more unhinged than I ever was in this show.
Man. I don't care. People think that I'm the unhinged one. Imagine that.
But it's actually me, bitch. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm the silly goose out of the two. I just act like the disappointed father I am. Anyways, continue.
Man, I gotta tell you, I am blanking. Give me some stuff that has come out. I mean, I follow this horrible thing where I get comfortable in music. So unless it really blows me away, like, all right. So how about Mastodon's last album? Was that 2021 or was that 2022? The beginning of 2022?
That's a good question, because I don't follow that band as much.
Okay. I'm looking at you, the listener. Please forgive me. I'm
looking at you, the listener. Please roast him. Do not forgive him.
When Mastodon's album came out, I think it was towards the end of 2021, or maybe it was in 2022. But I remember that album specifically was like very, like, it was different. It was dark again. Mastodon went right at the Hunter. Is when
I'm gonna be looking that up while you're talking.
Please look it up, because I don't know, man. It also might be stupid to be talking about this, to be honest. If I am wrong, this is stupid. But
you're right.
I am right.
It's hold on, Hushed and Grim.
Yeah,
August 25th of last year. So yeah.
August 25th of last year. Okay.
Yeah, it came out last year in August.
Okay, good. Jesus Christ. I remember just listening to it and being like, oh, I feel like we finally have the old Mastodon back, because you're not a big fan, but there was a tonal shift right, when the Hunter happened. The Hunter, there all of a sudden, there's like happy Mastodon songs. And then the album after that, Once More Around the World, I believe it was called. Again, just happy. And then Emperor of Sand came out, and it's like, what is happening to this band? Like, they were almost an entirely different band at that point.
Right.
And I think unless you're a very extremely, you get those hardcore fans who like the band no matter what, I think a lot of people fell off the wagon with Mastodon. And with this latest album, Hushed and Grim, I'm like, oh. And they talked about it. Again, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of interviews with bands and stuff. And they talked about how this album was really propelled by the fact that I think it was their manager died, or a very close friend of the band died.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and that kind of was like right before they started writing the songs for the album, so it could be the fact that happened. It really affected the band. Apparently, this guy was very close. So maybe that's why it's dark again, but hopefully not more people have to die for Mastodon to keep the music.
That's kind of it's like
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's got a lot of songs, so if you could muster through it,
Why is it really that dark?
It's pretty long. It's pretty long, man.
Sorry,
it's okay. Oh yeah, that's my fourth pick. Now I am going to scramble for my fifth because I have no clue. Yeah.
Back to me. I would say, it would be the band Shadow of Intent album from last year, Elegy.
Okay.
I believe it came out July or August. Somewhere in July or somewhere in the summer of last year.
All right.
But the reason I've always heard of this band, but I never, really listened to them like that because I just kept forgetting, I would forget. And it wasn't until they announced that they were going to be touring with Inferi, Enterprise Earth, and Wormhole. I was like, I'll give these guys a chance, just to check out their music. And then I checked out Elegy, and holy shit. That's actually, that album kind of stood out to me, and I can't remember the name of the song. I think it was Life of Exile from Elegy. That one was probably like one of my favorites. It's sort of like a pretty dark song. It's kind of sad. Well, not really, but but I just love it. It's like one of their slowed down songs. Everything else is just like straight heavy, but that one kind of just slows down a little bit. Then it picks up the pace right after, and then. Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes on to, it just keeps going on and on. They sort of remind me of this one band called Lorna Shore. I don't know if you heard of those guys. Mm-hmm. I guess, kind of like how the way they write music, they have, that little, that little orchestral or symphonic, type of sound to their stuff. Because that's usually, more Lorna Shore. But then again, I started listening to those guys, last year, very late last year. Mm-hmm. They were also on my radar, but I kept forgetting. But yeah, they're also pretty good. They're actually booming right now too. They're pretty damn huge.
They're very popular, that's for sure.
Yeah, from what I've seen, almost every show of their tour last year was all sold out. Okay. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I mean, that would be my fifth one. Elegy by Shadow of Intent.
No, I don't remember the album name, but a lot of people will know this pick, The Halo Effect. Are you familiar with The Halo Effect, Brian?
Do I have to sing the Halo theme song?
It's not that. It's not that.
Okay.
Okay, I got the album name. So
he's gonna play the Halo music.
No, I will not. It's there. I'm not gonna click on it. The Halo Effect is a band that is composed of a lot of the original. So everybody makes this joke that In Flames is not In Flames anymore. It's very Sepultura, where none of the original members are really in it anymore, so you can't really call it Sepultura, but they are Sepultura.
Not even our boy Max Cavalera.
Yeah. Igor. So
okay, keep going.
So In Flames is mostly not In Flames anymore. So the Halo Effect is composed of a lot of ex-In Flames members, past In Flames members. And they wrote an album that sounds like they would have, back in the day. Because that's another thing that people say is that In Flames doesn't sound like they used to anymore, So they went and did an album, Days of the Lost, and I listened to it. Me not really being an In Flames fan in general, I'm not really a metalcore guy, to be honest. But, I liked... Huh?
In Flames is metalcore?
In Flames would be considered metalcore, I think. Right?
I've seen people consider them melodic death metal, but...
Maybe melodic death metal.
I mean, mellow death can, go different sounds.
Yeah, maybe they were just lumped into that group, but...
Probably.
Regardless, I was not really into them that much, and I listened to this album, I'm like, it's pretty goddamn good. It's pretty goddamn good. I'll take it, And that's really all I got to say about it. It's good from start to finish, and
what's the name of the album again?
Let me pull it up. I know you did it on purpose.
Everyone.
I know you did it on purpose. It's Days of the Lost.
To wait for Days of the Found.
Yeah, Days of the Found. Okay. Jesus Christ.
That's a terrible joke.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's got a lot of songs too, because you could tell that these guys have been waiting to do this, So yeah, that's it. That's my 5. You got one more, right? Or are you done too?
I mean, maybe
I think you're done.
Maybe I could. No, I'm not done. I think I'm not done.
All right, okay.
I'll add a 6th one. I was just talking about that before. I'll say it now. The Pain Remains by Lorna Shore. That album is also a fucking banger. I mean, that's actually my first Lorna Shore album. I had never really listened to them before. Like I said, they were on my radar. And when I was listening to that album from beginning to end, and I would listen to it maybe 8 times a day while I'm driving, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking good. It's fucking sick,
good stuff, man.
It's some good shit, man. But yeah,
nice.
that would be my last one now.
All right, cool, man. Oh yeah, that's a little late, but those are our picks for 2022. Go listen to them or not. We don't care. We're just being friends, talking about music,
talking about music, and calling each other out on BS. No, I'm joking.
All right.
Anyways, so I wasn't really I haven't really been paying attention to shit that's been going on YouTube lately, but this caught my attention because this is something that happened last year. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you heard of the Idaho stabbing, right?
Yes.
So okay, they got the guy, that who's DNA matched, everything from the crime scene. But there is this lady on TikTok called Ashley in the Book of Life who claims it was a woman or a teacher there or a professor called Rebecca Schofield, and she. I heard a. I heard something.
Okay. Here.
I'm about to get into this, and the camera interrupts me.
Yeah, give me another. Okay.
We'll be right back.
All right, wait for me to. All right, go ahead.
So she is like I said, there's the Idaho stabbing. Well, this TikToker was like, "Oh, that was not her. That's not the person. It's this person, Rebecca Schofield." And I know this because I started. It was basically through tarot cards, and she feels like there's a spiritual connection to the murders with that woman, and she's also getting sued by said person as well. And you know what she said? Her response was, "I like how they're suing me and saying that I'm it was for defamation of character, but what they're not saying is that she is innocent of the murders." This lady is unhinged, and I'm pretty sure her lawyers must be shitting their pants because she will not shut up. She's literally speed running, ruining her life. She keeps making claims after claim after claim saying this is the person who did it, because she wanted apparently she said she wanted a lesbian romance with one of the girls or something. God. One of the victims, right? I don't know, dude. This person's just crazy. She made another TikTok account to keep going because her other one got banned, I think.
Okay.
And also, if you guys might look, you probably might have to look up through two content creators that I've been watching, Tozy and Moist Critical, because those two are the ones that are covering the story. I'm pretty sure the videos might be gone from TikTok by now. But
at this point,
no, I mean, even from as of recording this video, they have been taken down. But she keeps going, and the rabbit hole is just, it just never ends. It's insane.
Just keeps digging her hole bigger and bigger.
It's basically how you remember the whole Gabby Petito situation. Well, there was people who were also thinking that they know where she's at, and they were capitalizing off of the whole tragic situation for views. That's basically what's going on here.
That's basically what's happening.
Yeah, she thinks the moon and the stars are telling her that this is the person, and they got the wrong person. And she's also kind of going in the fence for the guy that they actually have. I'm like,
there's been a lot happening, man.
I lose brain cells listening to this woman, but I also laugh at the same time just because of how stupid this sounds.
Just how absurd it is.
It's extremely absurd. It's we had a tragic situation go on, and you're using it for clout. Just stop. Stop it before you ruin your life. And if she has kids, oh man, I'm pretty sure those kids should be like, "Mom, please stop." Stop it.
Yeah. You're destroying our futures and you don't even know.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I mean, as I said, check out Tozy's video and Moist Critical's video on it. We'll probably provide links in the description if you want to watch this.
You're going to have to if these links keep falling off like that.
No, I mean, they have all the clips of everything she's been saying. It's you guys have to witness it. It's not just don't just hear it from us. Witness it yourself from watching those videos. It's hilarious, but it's just are you serious?
There's so much happening at this point. Mr. Tate is in custody.
Are we talking about Tate?
No, we don't have to. I'm just as we haven't talked about news for so long. There's been so much happening that we aren't talking about, which is fine, which is totally fine.
I mean,
it
we
keeps
could just
these
give like a
episodes
little
evergreen.
Everyone knows about this already, but you guys know Tate's in
He's
jail.
in jail.
Yeah, he made an appeal to get out, and I'm pretty sure by the time this video is uploaded, maybe the investigation might be over, or probably not, because I don't know. That guy's a piece of shit, anyways.
Thing, but
either way, the point is, we had a good ending last year because he got roasted by a 19-year-old who said he had small dick energy and a pizza box.
A pizza box is what caused all this to happen, supposedly.
Yeah. Oh man, the authorities had to use that. Speaking of authorities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much all I.
No, that's pretty much it. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all. I have no more stories for y'all. I mean, I just wanted
to. What are we calling this segment? Twitch, something.
Twitch
no. Sidekicks.
TikTok sidekicks. Why Twitch?
God
this
damn
is
it.
not Twitch.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm an old man. Just ignore me.
Ignore the old man and let's focus on our guests on this upcoming segment of New Guess Who This?
New Guess Who This?
Cue card.
Cut.
Get in there, Dave.
I'm here.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or I don't know. Is he in the
Hey, Gumby ready?
Put Gumby in there.
No, because he's blocking
man.
Adrian.
Gumby's
He's blocking
ready.
Adrian. That's why.
He's got to be like this.
Yeah.
Look, you're blocking me. Not on there. There.
I'm gonna move. All right. Relax.
Oh my God, he's like a married couple.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to talk on the thing.
On the thing.
Hello?
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Hello?
Hello?
Answer the phone!
Answer the phone.
You answer it.
Okay.
All right, that's good. Okay. And we're rolling in 5, 4, 3. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Another exciting. Look, it's influence with the 5 instead of an E.
Influent 5, guys.
Influ 5. Woo! Here we are with another exciting new Guess Who Dis?
Yeah, New Guess Who This?
And in this episode, we have influence, guys.
We just said their name 3
I
times.
know, but it's more powerful the more you say it.
It's the influence is growing, you know?
The influence has grown.
Oh, yes, it's growing.
So what's going on, guys? How are you?
How you guys been?
Oh, good. Doing good.
Yeah.
How
He
about
has
you?
blessed the Gumby.
Oh.
You have to hold the Gumby if you want to talk, Dave.
So, how are you? I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, so this episode will have already aired, but me and Brian over here are planning. I know this isn't an influence show that we're about to talk about, but me and Brian are going to go see your guys' show with what was the name of the band? I want Dave to say what the name of the band is. Alicia's band.
Oh, Phantasma Negra.
Phantasma Negra.
And Lucy, what is the name of your other band that's playing alongside on that night?
What night? Are we talking about this weekend?
Yes.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oscuridad Eterna.
There you go.
Yeah, which means eternal darkness.
Darkness. Ooh.
Sounds cooler
So
in
we got
Spanish.
spooky ghosts and internal darkness. And we're very excited because obviously this has already passed. So we had a great time.
Yeah, this is from the future. We're Time Lords.
Yes, we're Time Lords. But I've known Henry for a while now. I've known Henry more than I've known the band Influence as a whole. So I had no idea that he was in anything until I saw that you guys were playing that music festival. What was it again? Rudio Fest, right?
Rudio Fest.
Rudio.
Yeah.
God,
Rudio Fest?
I'm sorry.
Rudio
I'm
Rudio
a very
Fest.
I'm a bad Mexican. I'm sorry.
You're taco.
A very bad one.
I'm a very bad Mexican. But I'm like, is that Henry? I'm like, that's Henry.
Who's Henry?
You don't know who Henry is?
No, I don't.
He is the third videographer for all of our videos.
Oh.
Yeah, he helped us
okay.
out a lot.
Good to know.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, yeah. So I've known about you guys for a bit now. So obviously that's not about this. I'm just saying.
Show
I was
off.
gonna say, Adrian's in that band too.
Right. Exactly. I was gonna get to that, and then I knew Adrian again before Influence.
Yeah, I met Adrian at the Irish Mill.
Yes. He helped us film as well. So
Oh.
it's a nice collection of people in this band who I've known so far from different things, and it's very nice, and I like it.
Yeah, it all makes sense now.
Yeah. And you got these two old farts over there in the corner.
Oh, that's pretty ageist, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You'll
guys.
You'll get there one day, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He's getting there before me, which is good.
It's because of my job. I've got so much white hair because of Southwest.
He's got 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just counting all.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, and that's it. No.
Thank you.
That's the end of the show.
All right, no.
Again, thank you for coming on. Unlike me, Brian doesn't know as much about you guys. I've been around you guys a lot, so I know about the inception of the band and whatnot. So I'm gonna hand it over to Brian.
Wow,
Brian.
I was about to say that. So yeah, what was the inception of the band? How'd you guys came together? Huh?
What's inception mean? Like conception?
How was the band
How are we
created?
How was the
How
band created?
How would we conceive?
How are we conceived?
Yes.
Well, it
When a
started with
mommy-
Dave. It started with Dave and Fabian, the mommy and the daddy.
Yeah.
We kept jerking off till we
Yeah.
created these three.
Okay, who gave birth to Influence is the question.
Yeah, I did. Natural too, not C-section.
Yeah.
Natural, huh?
and then they had me first,
Oh.
and then
Yeah, big
yeah,
head.
they had me first. You know. And when I came in, they already had about 3 or 4 songs written. Yeah. So
which we don't even play anymore.
yeah. They had about 4 songs written. I came in, and Fabian asked me to write some music, so I wrote those 4 songs, and then I know Adrian from he's from my husband. He's family from my husband's side.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he liked to play. He liked to play.
How do I know?
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think. I don't know. Who's this guy?
Have we met before?
Yeah. And then when he came along, he brought his sister along, Alicia. So then, we were like talking about how we needed a 5th member, and then Alicia put up a ad, in the hallways saying she plays like saxophone and keyboards and all this other stuff. And we're like, so we picked off the tag she had, and then we told her,
Nice.
and we said, hey, you want to join our band? And that's how it worked out.
But
Very
you guys
cool.
have a metal background, so then what made this project different?
Well, this was our opportunity to do whatever the hell we wanted.
Okay. No. That's hey.
The theme of the episode
This
is
is
going to be
gonna be a
down bad.
disaster.
I'll
All right.
take it down the
That's-
road.
I'm like, how we get clear? No, this is our opportunity to do whatever we wanted to do, and not
gonna-
metal,
I
anything
was
but
gonna
metal.
say it's a very good question because Dave, I only know you as a metal guy. So were you just working on just random stuff, and you're like, oh, I would like to play this, but it doesn't really fit anywhere, kind of thing,
Yep.
or
Yep.
pretty
Yeah,
much
exactly.
Doesn't fit anywhere.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
I had it up to here with that metal.
Up to here, not up to here.
down to here.
I understand 100%. You don't even
Yeah,
have
you
to
know
tell
how it
me.
is.
I don't. I love metal.
I do too, but
He's not talking about so much the music. It's a lot of the
It's a
people that you have
It's a
to deal with.
metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I'm
But,
just messing with y'all.
All right, very
I
cool.
don't think you were coming in clear.
Okay, so you guys mentioned 4 songs. So can I get the names of those 4 songs? I'm just like, what 4 songs are you talking about here?
Okay, break the cycle.
Well, our first song we actually recorded was "Break the Cycle,"
Okay.
and then the second song was "Suicide Fantasy."
Suicide Fantasy.
Ooh.
That
And
one's my
then-
favorite.
You like that one?
It's a really
yeah.
I like it.
I saw you guys
Yeah.
play that one on Jay-Z TV, actually.
Oh yeah. You know, a lot of people were telling us they like that song, and right now we have 5 songs on Spotify, and the number 1 song right now is "Suicide Fantasy," and that didn't come till later.
Yeah.
You know. So then and then the third song was "Jack in Wonderland."
Yeah.
And then we actually took that out. We're still working on it. We took it out of our set list because we like the second half, but we don't like the first half. So we're actually still working on it. And then I forgot what the 4th song was. Bottoms Up.
Yeah.
Bottoms
I
Up.
like that one, too.
And we all kind of liked Bottoms Up, especially because it has like a really like bebop jazzy sound,
Yeah.
you know? And that's actually like the least heard song right now on Spotify.
Well, it's one of the, so the first thing that drew me to you guys is I remember just being in the band room and Fabian just showing me like a I don't know how you guys recorded your first like little demos, but he showed me a little thing that you guys were working on, and I'm like, wow, this is like really different. And then the first time I was exposed to you fully, besides those recordings, was on Jay-Z TV. And I got to hear the songs like finished and what seemed like polished. And I watched that thing like I don't know how many times of you guys specifically. I think like 7 times, like from start
Oh wow!
to back.
Thank you.
I watch it from time to time because I enjoyed it as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I think my main comment on that is the same thing that I believe Jason gave you guys, is just how tight you guys were. Like it was very cohesive when you guys
Very
went
tight.
on there.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
You guys
Trying.
sounded like you've been doing it for a very long time, and I didn't even know that was like your very first show as a band as well.
Yeah, that was our first show, and we didn't even become a full band till like May or June. So we were just practicing, for like 6 months. Yeah, we made all those songs.
It's just the chemistry, because a few people have told us that they thought we were together for years. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I initially thought when I was watching it.
Well, yeah. So let's talk about that then for the audience who have no idea what we're talking about.
Right.
During 2020, there was a beautiful angelic man known as Jason Zadora,
Watching this, Jason, shout out.
who
love you,
rose,
Jason.
We love you,
who
Jason.
came out like a beam of light out of heaven during the 2020 pandemic and was like, "Here you go, bands. You could still perform,
Yep.
Yeah.
in the most professional way possible
And for free.
and for free."
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I remember I was one of the first people to talk to him about it, and that's how I ended up getting Central Disorder and Vicious Attack on there. But I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing Fabian talked to him at that
Yeah.
point? Yeah? So I kept telling bands, I'm like, you got to get on this. Go to this guy. He gives you essentially free, high-quality videos.
Exactly.
I'm like, this is something that people would pay a lot of money for. He's he's given for free. So I'm like, get on it. And no one was taking me up on this offer.
Plus, a lot of people were sitting down, so you were able to get everyone to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a time where a lot of people were just doing nothing. And and then the interview portion too. Some people take them up on that interview portion, and it's so important to do stuff like that.
Definitely.
I think
Yeah.
you guys understand that because since then, you guys have clipped out a lot of those, videos from that performance, and I see you guys hitting the social media pretty hard with all that stuff.
We try.
Thanks,
We
Lucy.
try.
Thanks.
So I guess like the one thing I would like to add, what would you describe your music as, like?
Yeah,
Right.
pretend, like a new person who has never heard you, like a note, single
Never
note.
heard a note.
Said it, Alicia.
Well,
Use
some
the
people
dummy.
have said that. I know, like we all sound like No Doubt. That we sound like No Doubt, or like No Doubt's having a competition with the Beastie Boys on to see like who's the loudest in the band.
Oh.
So like we've heard really random fusions, like very random fusions of different bands and different acts, but I think it's like almost every single song is a different genre in itself entirely. So,
Right.
boy, like a big umbrella term, maybe like alternative. Maybe some of it is like heavy post-punk revival. Maybe some of them. Others are like stepping into like maybe new metal kind of. No, no, okay.
So what
No,
would
that
be
was
your
Dave-
guys'
Dave's-
no.
Dave's about to kick you out of his
So, I
house.
I didn't know what new metal was. I mean, there's a lot of subgenres,
Yeah.
Yeah, but more like early Deftones. I'm sorry, Dave. That's not like the Deftones.
Yeah.
He's dying. Someone save him.
Or like even new wave to some extent. Like those random ass subgenres in the early '80s, or like a lot of bands are experimenting with different sounds. I feel like we definitely fit up in there. So yeah.
So would you guys say, like, that all the bands that you just named, would you guys say that those are your influences? No pun intended.
Hell no. I mean, I think everybody has different influences. Like, no. Like,
I think it'd be interesting to hear everybody's influences because I don't really know. The only influence I know is Jan because Dave always gives him a
Okay.
hard time about
about
So-
Deftones.
We'll start from Dave to Alicia. Dave, go. Flash round.
All right. My influences?
Yeah.
Probably 70s hard rock, 60s, R&B, maybe like 80s punk and
Heavy metal,
yeah,
power metal,
new wave.
power metal.
No power metal.
No power metal.
No
Power metal.
Never metal.
No metal.
Just your guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pantera's probably your
I
greatest
wouldn't say
influence.
any. Yeah. I wouldn't say any specific bands,
Huh?
but
Yeah.
just different genres. I guess rock, hard rock, alternative, new wave, punk, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about like
Deftones.
bands? Like, what are your two favorite bands or 2 or 3 bands?
When you write
Too.
stuff,
I don't think of bands when I write.
Really?
No.
No?
Just sticks bumps. So
you just think about songs. Or not really.
Yeah. If I listen to too much of a certain band, I'll just, I don't want to rip anybody off.
Hmm.
I mean, I just kind of write. I don't try to think of bands.
We rip off Slayer a lot.
no, not
No.
you guys.
All right, cool.
What about you, Fabian? You're up.
The
What about you,
Hobbit.
Fabian?
The Hobbit.
Gummy.
I don't know. I listen to everything, so I get influenced by every fucking. I could sit here and interview myself with just my influences, but
That would be. I would film that, and that would be weird to watch.
I mean, I listen to like world music, so I listen to weird Italian folk music and Russian dance music and disco from like Middle Eastern weird like hip hop stuff that's where I get most of like my influences for drum beats. Try to come up with something different because our history with metal, I try to stay away from the blast beating and double bass work a lot. So
Okay, so that's a good question. When you started started drumming in this style, were you how did you train yourself to get out of the same metal kind of like loophole with drumming?
well, one of my first major influence is my friend Aaron's band. They were called Doves of Mercury.
Okay.
I was a big fan of their music, so I was like their 4th member because I was at all of their shows. I was even with them to record their album in the studio.
What did you play?
Huge fan.
What
So-
what kind of style were they?
They were they a lot of people describe them as I know Aaron's influences were like Radiohead meets Queens of the Stone Age.
Ew.
You know, so I was a fan of their music, so I got influenced and started playing a 5-piece drum set there, which I own now. I actually got his old drum set from Dubs of Mercury.
Ah, you stole it.
Oh,
Stole it.
yeah, I'm a fanboy now. So yeah, so that's how I really started getting into it. And then what's that band Coven that I was supposed to go to Europe?
Coven?
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, so those are like two of my influences to do something outside of metal.
Mhm.
Oh, and Deep Purple.
Oh, and Pete Durple.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about
David,
Yeah.
I want
I
this to
don't-
be like Deep Purple.
That's right.
I was gonna say I don't know if that's a joke or not, but I
Yeah,
love
No,
Deep
I
Purple.
real.
All right, now
It's
to
like-
Adrian. What are Adrian's influences?
I mean, I kind of just picked up the bass, so I never really, listened.
So this is for the viewers out there. This is an interesting case. You actually did not know how to play bass, correct? And you
Yeah,
learned.
I mean, I had played guitar before, but I'd never really messed around with the bass, So
Okay.
it's an experience for sure, Learning,
It's a journey.
it is a journey.
It's almost
Um,
good. It's like you can't pick up bad habits or anything like that. You kind of just, fresh slate,
Oh, for the most part,
I was gonna say, is anything I'm saying making any sense?
No,
Or you just make up your own.
Not really.
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Fabian said no. That's why.
Absolutely not. Mike, you never make sense.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm too drunk. No.
He hasn't had a drink.
All right. So,
All right.
Adrian's answer was, I don't have influences.
All right, now for Lucy. What?
Wait, no, he's done. He's
Is
done.
that done? Is that done?
Deftones.
No, it's not that fun.
No.
Okay.
Deftones.
There's a band that I really do like. It's one of my favorite bands. They're called Curve. They're not around anymore, but I really like their music. And the bass player was one of the main songwriters for the band. It was just the bass player and then the girl. But I really like his bass lines because they're simplistic, but
Yeah.
they definitely carry the groove and the song, like melodically and rhythmically. So sometimes I
And,
try and do some stuff,
And what genre is that band?
I would say like shoegaze or maybe
Shoegaze.
like dance, kind of like
Okay.
shoegaze.
Cool.
Shoegaze,
And
alright.
just to
I'm not playing.
almost pass it on. I forgot what song it is, but you guys also incorporate screaming, and you do the scream vocals on that, correct?
Yeah.
Suicide Fantasies.
Yeah. See,
Nightmare.
going
And
back,
Nightmares on Her. Yeah.
and going back to what we were saying before with how, every song is it's kind of its different thing entirely. When I remember when I first heard that, I'm like, it's so out there, but it fits so well
Yeah, it
in
does.
those songs. It's like a glove.
Fits like a glove.
Like,
It fits like a glove. All right.
Oh, my-
Well, Lucy.
You're next.
Like everybody says, right? All musicians. I listen to everything, right?
I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Blondie.
Blondie.
They're saying Blondie because I requested to cover a
No,
Blondie
because you had a
song. So now
Blondie T-shirt.
I got a lot of shirts. I had
Heart of
my
glass.
my Tupac shirt today, but I'm like, I'm gonna wear black today, so I can
Oh,
camouflage.
it should have been.
Camouflage.
Anyways, but I grew up with '90s music, so I was into '90s hip hop,
Creed.
that '90s Q101 alternative, and
Creed.
if I could, my favorite genre is like EDM. I like club music,
Okay.
and if I can sing anything, I mean, in the future, I hope to make my own music. I want to do EDM,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
But when I sing, I have a pop voice, like a very poppy voice, So it makes sense when people say like, "Oh, you sound like No Doubt," or when I was younger, people told me I sound like Gloria Estefan, or you know. So,
Mm.
but I think it's a good mix for the band, since, like you said, you know, we have screaming, and then it sounds a little jazzy, and then it sounds a little, you know, we have very different sounds. I've noticed though that maybe I was influenced from Oscuridad Eterna, but when we collaborate, I tend to go like more heavy. I'm starting to like metal, which I never
Mm-hmm.
grew up with metal, you know. So I'm starting to like that, and it's funny because I'll start like collaborating and be like, do this or say this, or I'm gonna do this, or Jan scream this, and Dave's like, slow down, we're not a metal band.
Yeah. They were running from metal.
Yeah,
She's
they're
trying
like,
to bring it back in.
I'm trying to bring it back, and they're like, hold on, we're not metal. And I was
You
like,
gave
shit.
Dave PTSD.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. So then I, like I said, I have pop roots, you know, and I'm like, oh well, I'll make this and I'll make this, and then these guys are so like grunge and emo that they're like, no, we're not pop. We sound like a Hallmark commercial, you know.
Old Navy.
So, you know, we're all. It's cool that we all do like different things, and when it collaborates and it works, I think it sounds pretty cool.
All right. Now, my follow-up to that is, have you had any training, any schooling? I don't know what you would call it. Take any classes in vocals or anything like that?
Training.
Training?
Me? When I was in, it's fun. When I was in high school, I was in choir,
Okay. Choir.
and
That's
then
kinda training.
yeah, I was in choir, and then I remember this voice coach lady came in, and she was singing opera, and I was like so fascinated with it, and I took opera lessons for like a year,
Oh.
and then yeah, so that's when I was 16, and then after that, I didn't sing until I met Oscuridad Eterna, and that was in 2016.
Mhm.
So I was already like in my 30s when I met them, so I didn't sing for a very long time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I only say that because it sounds like you have definitely had lessons. in
Oh,
the songs.
thank you.
Many years of experience.
Many years of experience, it seems. And it seems like, you know, obviously Fabian wins in terms of the amount of bands that he's in. But it seems like a lot of you guys have
Wins? Is this a competition or something?
Fabian treats it like a competition.
With myself.
Yeah. with your own sanity.
I compete with myself, yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right. Now
Last,
on to,
but certainly not least, Alicia.
there you go.
Hi. What's
Hi.
up?
What's up,
Hi.
Hola?
What's up, Holy? Hola.
Hola.
Holla.
No, go ahead.
What are your influences?
So it depends. It's a very complicated question for me because
Okay.
when I write in three parts, like saxophone, keys. I even do a little bit of the lyrics and songwriting for some of the songs in the band. So it's in maybe like 2 or 3. And for me, when I wanted to start writing music, because I've had a background with like doom metal a little bit, or maybe just like new metal revival. And it was just like playing guitar, but I never really flexed like my saxophone or even like the minor keyboard keys that I got, or singing too. But when I do saxophone, I want to incorporate more of like new wave, or like Romeo Void, basically. I don't know if y'all know Romeo Void. Just
speaking another language. Man.
Yeah, and then like for keys, I was really pushing them to write goth or like something that's like, you know, Bauhaus type of thing. But that's
I was gonna say, you said goth, and immediately I'm like, oh, it's Bauhaus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I was like, oh, god damn it. That's like their Leonard Skinner, basically.
Right.
Yeah. And then it's just like when I write music, it's just I try to think more of like like the alternative side of things, maybe just more post punk or new wave. But certain songs I feel like I could just adapt. So we have like this one song called Between the Lines, and to me I get influenced into more like surf rock from the 60s. So I'm thinking about like keys that sound like organs and kind of like an evil surf rock type of sound. So it really depends on the songwriting process. But yeah, I guess like for saxophone, Romeo Void; for keys, maybe something like don't know, New Order type of shit.
Now,
Yeah.
awesome. I like that New Order. I married a goth woman, so I I get a lot of that. My question is, I guess it's the same that I asked her. You know saxophone, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's something you learned in school.
Yeah, since the
Yeah.
4th grade.
Okay, that's a long time.
It is a
And
long time.
Keyboards as well, or is that something that came later?
No, that came in like literally the month that I started with them. They're like, "Do you know how to play keys?" I'm like, "Not really, but fuck it, I'll fake it till I make it."
To me, it almost sounded like you've been playing for years. So
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah,
You
no,
were very convincing.
thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm
I
serious,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
way
Feel
to
like I'm
expose
ripping
yourself.
everybody
No, I'm
off.
joking.
Nah, it's all good.
I'm just finding this out now.
Oh, no, it's all good.
We all are.
Yeah,
something
I
new
didn't know
every
you
day,
didn't know how to play keys.
I didn't know. No, I didn't know how to play. No, but I mean, it's just like very
Get
simple
out.
shit. Like,
Well, you know the notes. You know the notes.
but
on
like,
it.
I'll do like chords on one hand and then just like a random melody on the other hand. So that's how I just fake it basically, and learn a little bit of music theory on the side. So
I mean, I wouldn't say fake it. You're still playing something at least.
yeah, you're right.
All right, guys. If you liked that 30 minutes, there is a full episode.
Episode.
It's a full
A
1
full-
hour.
Yeah, it's a full interview. We
Yes.
decided to change it up a little bit. Have like a portion of the interview on the video, and then
So we
give
can
you the
keep-
whole thing.
So we could keep the interview section in, but still have fun in the
Still have a
Shreddy Bois
fun
podcast.
momentum.
So if you want to watch the full thing, it is in the description below. There's a link that
Yep.
says full Influ 5 interview.
Influ 5 interview.
Influence.
And
yeah.
it kind of strikes me that I'm gonna just say this right now. It's like none of them have 5 influences.
No.
Hence the name
They
Influence
did
5.
not. I think Alicia was the only one who named 5 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, check them out. Check out the entire interview in the description. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, check them out, support them, and
Like and subscribe to their
like and
shit.
subscribe. Hell yeah.
I'm sure I'll have a list of stuff that you could support.
Hit the bell notification, or I'm gonna do something bad.
Punch you in the face.
To Mike. No.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Boom.
Warriors of time and space, traveling through dimensions, fighting for what's just and what is right. Shreddy Bois, look over there into the sky. Shreddy Bois, flames truth and shred is full of light.